We've had a bit of an issue. The jet ski's filling with water. And then all of a sudden just goes to shit. We can get everyone off. Massive thanks to these guys.
It was really good.
Alright, so we are locked and loaded. We've got Diver Mon. Good morning. Not really a morning person, but yeah, so we've got the jet ski all hooked up. Let's go. It's going to be a cracking dive, like unreal conditions. You guys are going to absolutely love this. And we're good to go. You excited?
Yes.
Honestly, the conditions are going to be amazing. Do a final walk around, check sure all the brakes and everything work, and we're good to go. I haven't done an early morning drive like this with the ski, but boy am I stoked. It's probably 3:30 in the morning and I am just frothing for the day ahead. We're just going to quickly get her loaded up and head out. It's not too busy just yet, but 100% when we come back this thing's going to be packed. So we're just going to try and get everything loaded onto the ski as quickly as possible and just get out there because of it's going to be manic. It's Australia Day, busiest day of the year on the water, I reckon. Let's go. So as you can see, we're heading out. The sun is looking amazing. The viz looks amazing. There's like no wind. It's glassy, baby. I've been so excited for this weekend. We hoon out to a spot. The plan was to go and check out a spot where I know there's kingies run by. We were going to hop in the water, see what the action was happening, and then send it wide. And just when everything was going well, we boot over to the other side of the bay. And honestly, this is the most fun I've had in a very, very long time. And I have a lot of fun. We've had a bit of an issue. The jet ski's filling with water. So I've undone the bung plugs to obviously let it out, but no idea why she's filling. We were just riding along, having a bit of fun, and then all of a sudden it was like the VTS was locked on up, and it was obviously water had somehow got in, so there's somewhere the water's getting in. I have no idea, but hopefully I haven't cracked the hull or anything. But can't believe it. Absolutely cannot believe it. Hold on. We're trying to get it out of the water and then at least let it drain out, and then yeah, we'll see. Try like rolling it on its side, like side to side, to see where the actual crack is. But things can go wrong very, very quickly. It's like our fourth time out.
I know.
It's alright, it's all learnings. So just to bring you guys up to speed, because I wasn't very good at capturing the action, but the jet ski almost completely sunk. Just the nose of the jet ski was sticking out of the water by the time that we came about 15 meters from the beach, and thankfully the tide was coming in, so the tide actually pushed the sunken jet ski onto the beach, and then we started videoing. I didn't really have the sense to record whilst trying to deal with the emergency situation. I was just focused on trying to get my ski to the beach and making sure that we didn't end up floating in the middle of the ocean. So sorry that I didn't quite get it on film. By the time that I actually did start recording, a lot of the water had drained out of the top, but when I lifted the seats off the ski, the water was overflowing, completely covering the entire engine. Sam Clothier, and then the passenger is Mon. Yep, both got life jackets. We're not in immediate danger. We're on the beach. We're just holding the ski in the surf. None of us were hurt, so at the end of the day, it's just toys, and it does suck. But we'll try and stay positive. I don't think so. I can't seem to work out where the water's getting in, so it's just going to keep happening. So that was marine rescue. We had to call it in because yeah, she's sinking and she won't start up this way. Having the best time of my life ever. Like, don't know about you, that was sick.
Yeah, that was fun.
And then all of a sudden just goes to shit.
Yeah,
we really
decided to go diving.
and well, maybe we can still get a dive in. Just have to do a rock hop. But anything can happen. It's the 4th time on the ski. Bad luck. Anyways, basically what's happened, we've done the bungs back up once it had drained a fair bit, and then put the bungs back in to see if it will float, and it just continues to fill with water. So it means that there's a decent crack. I've been able to observe there's bubbles coming out the back at the top of the jet, and apparently it's pretty common that there could be an issue with a seal. So the seal of the jet, and that's why the water's getting in. I've requested from the marine rescue guys if they can bring a winch. We're going to try and winch the jet ski if they have a winch. Winch the jet ski up the beach so that it's out of the water and it's no longer a sinking hazard. And the best thing for us to do now, as Mon's just suggested, is to remove the stuff from the back of the ski and try and make it a bit lighter on the back. Trying to drag the ski up the beach isn't really working. She's a big heavy girl. I had to speak to marine insurance and basically find out the policy for what to do here in case like the boat sinks, like who's liable. I think I can see marine rescue coming now. Coming straight for us. Fingers crossed. What do you reckon? Good Australia day?
Yeah.
Great spearfishing trip?
Right.
Just when you were about to smack that kingy. But it is a beautiful day for it. And the ski setup did look sick with everything. We've got lots of horseflies coming to the scene to help, and not too unexpected, but the engine obviously doesn't want to start. It's going to be a good wave. Oh! Let's say. Ta-da! How's it going? It looks like we got like a leak on the seal of where the jet is. Okay. And it's basically just taken on water. By the time that we got it to the beach, the ski's nose was out of the water and we were just holding on, but like we were covered.
You get everyone off.
Yeah.
Just trying to get your jet ski back, that's going to be the issue.
Yeah.
Mate, I don't know, do you reckon, whereabouts did you launch from?
Wallamaya. I was wondering if we could get some fenders under the back and then strap them there and just keep that rear end up and then see how we go.
How many on the jet ski?
There's just the 2 of us. This is incredible. I don't know what the bill's going to be, but we've got 2 jet skiers come out to go help us from the marine rescue. We've got a big boat. But honestly, Australia is just a cracking country, and shout out to these guys. Don't know if they're volunteers or paid, but sacrificing their Australia Day to help a Pom. Legends. Pom and a Kiwi, not forgetting you.
For me.
The captain of the marine rescue boat decided that they weren't going to try and attempt a salvage operation on the jet ski. It was too risky, so they just collected us and our gear using the 2 jet skis and took us back to the boat ramp. They were absolutely incredible. Massive shout out to these guys. Mon and I have both actually applied to become volunteers with Marine Rescue New South Wales, just as a little thank you. But if you do want to chuck a donation, they are a volunteer based organisation. Link in the description, hit them up. They are awesome and I can't thank them enough. Amazing, thanks guys. See ya. Guys, beauty. Shout out to these guys. Back on shore and just managed to get another ski driver to give us a lift over to Long Point to go grab the key and then come back. What's going on? If you know where that is?
Sort of know where it is.
Yeah.
Sort of know where it is. Let me get the ski in the water, then I'll have to take that back.
Yeah.
Bad start to the Australia Day, eh?
Mate, I got out and it was flat, like it was unreal conditions.
Did it sink? What happened?
Yeah, actually sunk. I didn't catch too much of us booting over there after we got out onto open water, and that's purely because I was hanging on for dear life. This ski is ridiculously fast. It's basically like the upgraded turboed version of mine and a quarter of the weight. It is ridiculous. Had a lot of fun going over there, and yeah, it didn't take us too long at all.
Thanks, mate. Cheers, waiting to be towed. So I reckon there's like a leak at the back here. Like above where the jet is. Alright, on we go.
I just want to climb.
Can't believe I haven't.
I'd cry. Honestly, I'd cry. I'd be crying right now.
It was sad to say goodbye to the ski for a second time, but served myself alright for being a muppet and leaving the van keys in there. But it was incredible. Again, Australia is just an amazing country. There was a police boat that was watching over the ski to make sure that it wasn't vandalised or destroyed or whatever. Huge shout out to all services and parties and people involved. And just to rub salt into my wounds, how good's that viz?
We're finally back on land. Mwah. We made it. Andrew is an absolute legend. He's just fueling up his ski. Oh, let's go grab the camera. So yeah, gone all the way back to the jet ski. It's there, it's looking okay. There's actually police watching over it. And we've made it back. Holy, he's got a fast ski. Here he is, the man of the hour, Andrew. Massive thanks, mate.
No, you're right.
Much appreciated. So, won't even take beer money. Good bloke. There's brother. Alright, so the day continues. We've just gone and stopped at the Husky pub, which was quite nice, whilst we waited for the private salvage operation. It's going to chuck and strap a couple of floats on it and then recover it to Honeymoon Bay. So we've got to drive to Honeymoon Bay now from Husky, and yeah, hopefully we can just go down the boat ramp and just pick her up, and that'll be it. With any luck, they can actually successfully recover it. There's still a chance that it could sink, so we're just all fingers crossed right now that it doesn't sink, and yeah, we can get her out the water and home.
The two old boys who salvaged the jet ski drove it over, and unfortunately it was like almost dead low tide. Couldn't get the van all the way up, so needed to run the trailer down, load the jet ski onto the trailer, and from there take the trailer up. We ended up towing it with a bit of rope and then attaching where it was safe to do so. But super stoked to have this jet ski back. I didn't know if I was going to see it again, and it's horrible leaving your craft not to know what the outcome is. Pop the bungs out of the back of the ski, and she is well and truly full with water, about 3/4 full at that stage.
Absolutely stoked. So now we need to go drop the ski at the salvage yard, and then an assessor will go out and conduct his assessment of what's happened, who's at fault and everything else, and the rest is history. Happy days. I'm committing to it. It's drizzling, and it hasn't stopped drizzling for the last 2 days, but I want to give a little rundown on kind of what happened since. So I took the ski up to Sydney, dropped it into Cronulla Seadoo, and like something out of, I don't know, it was like Formula One, a pit crew came out from the Cronulla Seadoo building and just got stuck straight into this. I didn't even have to unhitch the ski, and they were just into it, the mechanics. Massive shout out to Dean and the crew and Peter and the crew. Like, yeah, I was looked after so well. They found fault within like 4 minutes whilst I was still there just explaining what had happened. They'd already found the fault and they were on fixing it, and I picked the ski up within 24 hours. I just want to like emphasize that products can go wrong, vehicles, equipment, whatever, but it's the service that really makes something special. And the service that I got from Cronulla Seadoo in getting this all prepped and ready for me to take off on more adventures was just uncomparable. I don't think I've ever been looked after so well, and yeah, so massive shout out to those guys, and yeah, excited to finally take the naughty gal out on some more missions, maybe when it stops raining and stop being like 4 meter swell. But yeah, thanks guys.
But we're not going to let that kind of ruin our day, although it definitely should. We're going to hop in the water. We've got a 45-minute time window to kind of get a fish, so we just have a little swim on out, encounter these incredible old wife fish, and the visibility is looking good, but it's not as good as it would have been on the ski. We would have got out to crazy locations. There was this Australian salmon, and you know what, we've got 45 minutes. I'm gonna plug him. Not my best shot. I do get him right at the top near his fins, and look, I've got no qualms when it comes to spearfishing and putting second shots in fish. I don't have a big ego. I'm literally just there to secure myself a feed, and if Mon can put an extra shot in it, then it's gonna do us absolute wonders. It's as easy as that. We're fish on, that fish isn't going anywhere. This is quite a nice big chunky salmon, stoked with him, so we're gonna bleed him first, bleed every single fish. I rip their gills out and give them a good shake, get rid of that last blood out of get rid of that last bit of blood out of the fish, so you get really, really clean, delicious fillets. We do have a couple more dives down, looking around for something else. Who knows, you might encounter a snapper or a kingy. And here we come across this beautiful Sergeant Baker just chilling. Not going to take him for the bag. They are delicious, but they are incredibly time consuming with the amount of bones they have. I am missing a couple of clips of making the brine, filleting the fish, putting it in, but I've got a dedicated video for spearfishing and smoking Australian salmon, so go check that out. The link will be here and in the description. And some of you eagle-eyed viewers might realise that that's not fish in the middle, that is in fact pork shoulder. That's got a long way to go, don't worry about that, just stay focused on the Australian salmon, which is what we're doing at the moment. Now we've got our lovely smoked kahawai or smoked Australian salmon. We're just going to turn it into a quick dip. Not everything needs to be like this crazy meal. So to make the cream cheese dip, we're just going to chuck some Philadelphia. You can use any cream cheese. Use some lemon zest and a little bit of lemon juice, but not much. I like chucking capers in mine, and then some people use sour cream. I quite like using mayo, and I will chuck jalapenos into one batch, but not both batches because one doesn't like it. And this is it. So we're going to separate the fish from the bone because there's still the bone running through it. Chuck in all just meat into here, and then add our cream and everything and blitz up. If you've got a food processor, that's way better. I've just got the NutriBullet, so we're going to make do. First, we're going to chuck the capers in. It's already going to be quite a salty dish because of the smoked fish, so we're just going to add in a few capers, not heaps. I mean, that might be heaps to some people, but we love capers here. Then we're going to add just a squirt of lemon juice. Not too much. Going to add in some mayo. Lovely. We're making 2 batches here, so you'll see quite a lot goes into it. And there is one crucial ingredient that I've actually managed to leave out, but it is necessary to make this thing pop off and taste incredible, and that's black pepper. So go ahead and chuck yourself some black pepper in there. You can always add it on after for each meal, but it's required.
And let's give this a try. Tastes absolutely delicious. Oh, that's so good. Smack that on crackers or on toast. That's what we're gonna have. Check this. Get our toast, which has just come out, and we're going to slather on our lovely creamy smoked salmon spread. I promise you this is going to be unreal. So creamy. That is absolutely incredible. It is super creamy. You get amazing flavour from the smoked fish. You can use this with kingfish, trevally, loads of other different types of fish. Australian salmon presented itself as a great fish to smoke, and we've done just that. That is a great way to impress people at a dinner party.
So now I'm going to try the smoked salmon cracker. I made mine really fancy, and I put some capers and some black sesame seeds on it. So let's have a try. It was really good. I love that. And the capers just made it extra salty. And then a little bit of crunch from the sesame seeds. And yeah, the paste is just divine. I absolutely love that. I rate it 10 out of 10.
And that's it. I'm gonna lather these up, smack these with Mon, and yeah, massive thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed, guys, hit the like and subscribe button. Make sure you stay tuned for next week's episode. We're going to be off on a mission somewhere. Until then, stay wet, stay fed, catch ya.